everybody, welcome to my kitchen again. Today we're going to make some steak pizzaiola, or better known probably as Carne pizzaiola. Carne means meat. In this case it'll be New York strip. Pizzaiola means pizza style, like food that a pizza maker would make. So steak pizzaiola is steak prepared the way a pizza maker would make it, and we're going to put it over some spaghetti. This is my grandfather's favorite dish. He passed on a little while ago, and I kind of feel he's with me today. It was his favorite dish, and Dewar's was his favorite scotch. Bluefish was his favorite game fish. So I'm going to pour me some of this, and I'm going to share a glass of scotch with my grandfather, and we're going to make some steak pizzaiola, and it is fabulous. It's one of my favorites. That's pretty good. New York strip, I got 2 of them. I cut up 1 large onion. I don't have any fresh garlic. I'm not running to the store until I finish this. So we need 3 cloves, many of this. Oregano, basil. You can use Italian seasoning if you want. It's really no big shakes, but to be really authentic, you can use basil and you can use oregano. Salt, pepper, olive oil, butter, diced tomatoes. 1 large can, 28 ounces of diced tomatoes, and it's going to go over spaghetti. So let's snap into action. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the cast iron skillet. We're going to make it nice and hot with a little bit of olive oil. There's some in there. I probably should put a little bit more in. Just a smidge more. I love olive oil. We're going to season the steaks, just a little bit of kosher salt and pepper on both sides. You don't want to add any like Montreal seasoning to this or anything, because it's really going to throw off the flavor. The whole thing's supposed to be authentically Italian, like what you get from a pizza store. And they don't use Montreal. Great. And then we're going to sear this. I got this pan on high heat. It's going to briefly sear it. It's not going to cook through. It's just going to put a nice sear on here. So let's get that going. And that's seared on both sides. We're going to take it out, and then we're throwing some butter. We're going to lower the heat and cook up the garlic and onion. You can do this fast. You can just hear that steak sizzle. A little longer. Okay, now we're going to remove the steak. Put it back in that bloody ass pan. Lower that. I can eat that steak just like that. I'm telling you. Let's get some butter into the pan. Tablespoon of butter. In you go. Smidge more olive oil. And we're going to get... And you go with an onion. Now you can have a lot of bits and stuff, you know, from the steak. That's okay. It's all flavor. Got some pepper left over in the pan. Right now it's helping cool the pan off too, so just break up the onion. Onion makes me cry like a sissy bitch. Okay, nice and brown, so we're going to put in the 3 cloves of garlic. 1, 2, 3. garlic, onion, olive oil, butter, sauteing in the pan. Is there a better smell than that? What an aroma. This whole house smells great. And it's not just the scotch. Nice and brown. Now we need a half a teaspoon of the herbage. You can use fresh basil, believe me. If you got fresh basil, my basil plant just died on me, so I would use that. But I don't have it right now, so it's too dry. Oregano, half a teaspoon of this. Gives it that pizza flavor. No, it's not going to taste like pizza. So it's going to be kind of pizza-y. Okay, get that in there. Add a can of diced tomatoes. You're going to let this simmer for 15 minutes. So let's simmer it. Be back in 15. Alright, 15 minutes went by, and I'm going to add this delicious, beautiful steak to this, and then we are, oh, you know what? I'm going to add some salt and pepper, because I didn't do that before. That much pepper, that much kosher salt, maybe a little bit more. It's good for my high blood pressure. I'm going to add in the beautiful steak that we have going on. This is simmered for 15 minutes, and Grandpa Harry is going to love this. God, I miss that guy, I tell you. He was something else. But anyway, I'm going to add this New York strip to the pan, just like that. And then we are going to let this cook. It can go up to about 2 hours if you have like a chuck steak, but New York strip is very tender as it is, so I'm probably going to be eating in a half hour. Just going to cover this, turn the heat up a little bit, and let it roll for about 30 minutes. Then I'm going to come back and test it. Alright, about 45 minutes went by, and this is done, because I can tell you right now, I'll be honest with you, I took a piece, and it was delicious. It was delicious. So I'm going to have lunch right now. I'm going to take some of this beautiful sauce, put over some spaghetti. And this is just fabulous. This is awesome. Some more of that, and then I'm going to take a big hunk of this steak. Look at that. That is just fantastic. And there you have it. Harry, that's for you. Steak Pizzaiola.